Hi, I'm Sue, and I'd like to share with you a short hip opening practice that I first learned when I was training for a half marathon. So I know it's really nice for runners, but it's also great for any of us who've just been sitting a little too much these days. So let's get right to it. Let's begin in plank position. So hands under shoulders and step your feet back. Broad shoulders, press back through your heels, and then bring your right knee to your right wrist, right heel to your left hip crease, and extend the left leg back. We're going to begin first by working with the strength of our pigeon first. So draw the hands back toward your body, energetically draw the knees toward you, and maybe your fingertips will float up off the mat. Pause here for a couple of deep breaths. So full inhale through the nose, full exhale through the nose. Continue a couple of more deep breaths on your own. And then softening, forearms to the mat, hands to the mat, palms to the mat. Extend the left leg back just a little bit further, making sure your hips are level and the foot of your left foot is straight back. And just pause here, softening with your breath. Full inhale, full exhale. Then slowly walking your hands back toward your body, sitting over on the right hip. Let's take the left leg over the top, and we're going to plant our knees on top of each other. So left knee on top of right knee, soles of the feet toward the back of the mat. Now if this isn't feasible for you, you can also plant your left sole on the earth. The idea here is to hinge forward, so to kind of nestle in so you're sitting equally on both sit bones. Rise tall from the crown of the head to the sit bones, and then slowly hinging forward at the hips, not rounding the back. Inch forward. So inhale, forward, and exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen, crown of the head to the sit bones. Exhale, down. And slowly walk your way in with your breath. On your next inhale, bring your hands back toward your torso. Let's unwind our knees and step back into plank again. So hands under shoulders, step your feet back. Draw the left knee to the left wrist, left heel to the right hip crease, and then slowly drawing the hands back toward the body, finding first the strength in your hips. So energetically drawing your knees toward each other, finding the strength. Maybe your hands float up off the mat. And just pause here for a couple of breaths, full breaths. Full inhale, feeling the expansion, full exhale, feeling everything knitting back in. In your next exhale, the forearms come to the mat, the palms come to the mat, and you extend the right leg back. Soften the hips, making sure you're sitting equally, your hips are level, and extend your right foot straight back. And just breathe, softening into this space. walking your hands back toward your body, sitting over on the left hip. We're going to swing our right knee over top. So right knee stacks on left knee, and soles of the feet pressing toward the back of the mat. Make sure you're sitting equally on both sit bones, finding the length in your spine first, and then beginning to hinge forward at the sit bones, at the hip crease. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge a little more. And slowly walk your way in, using your breath to soften. Then walking your hands back toward your body one more time. One final pose in this series, hip opening series. So the left shin comes across the top of the mat. You flex the left foot. So sole of the foot is parallel to the outside of your mat. And we're going to stack the right leg over, right shin over the left. So really important here is that we support our right ankle. So we don't want it twisted inward. We want our foot to be flexed and our ankle to be supported by our knee or thigh. So if this is not accessible for you, then you can place your sole of your foot on the outside on a pillow or a block. So kind of cross stacking them instead of vertically stacking them. So coming into this space, we're going to find our tall spine once again. We're going to inhale, tall, and then exhale, fold forward any amount. And it doesn't take much in this position. So be gentle, release, use your breath to just find some opening, some space. So in this practice today, we're only staying maybe 5 breaths in each shape, which is fine for, say, more of a daily or every couple day practice. If you're coming in from a long run and you need a deeper release, you might stay in these shapes for maybe 2 to 3 minutes each. So inhaling back up, slowly unwind your legs just as slowly as you came in. Stack the right shin across the mat and the left shin on top. Sole of the foot flexed. Both feet flexed. So supporting the ankle, growing nice and tall through the crown of the head. Exhale, hinge forward any amount and be gentle. Walking your hands back toward your body. Let's do one more thing as we come down to the mat. Make sure you have room behind you to lie down, and we're going to come down using the strength of our core, our hands by our thighs, and we're going to slowly, slowly, slowly lower down to the mat. And when we arrive at the bottom, plant the hands by your sides and tuck the shoulders in a little bit more toward your body. Draw your soles of your feet up so you can touch them with your fingertips. We want our ankles underneath our knees in this position. We're getting ready for bridge flow. So inhale, press the hips up, press down through the shoulders, and exhale down. Use your whole breath to get to the top. Slight pause and then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Inhale up. exhale down. And this time when we come up, let's pause at the top. So inhale up, interlace your fingers behind your back, tuck your shoulders in a bit more, and draw your chest toward your chin, pressing up through the heels, so into a nice little back bend here. Pausing for a couple of breaths. And unbinding your hands and letting your hips come back down. If you have a little time, just extend your legs forward, allow your palms to turn up, and just relax here for a couple of minutes of Shavasana rest. And if you need to get on with your day, coming to a comfortable seat. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaha. Namaste.